So welcome to another video. We've had to move the KA. It can't sit there any longer. It's been there 4 or 5 months doing nothing, and the other day I've attempted to get it back on some wheels. So I've gone to do the brakes, and the brakes were totally failed, rusted out. So I thought I could go for a quick cheap upgrade, but it didn't turn out like that. So I'll show you the brakes that came off, and I'll show you what I fitted, and you can let me know if it's a good idea or not. So I'll just take you off the stand and let's go through it. So these were the brakes off my KA. They're not the best things in the world. So what made me do the brakes? Well, the caliper slider was stuck. There's a carrier missing off there. It goes like that. That's missing. It's up on my bench somewhere, but the dust seals have gone in there, the seal thing. So I thought, well, a seal kit was about 15 quid. I could probably get another second-hand caliper. So that was the reason why. These consumable bits, the pads are completely shot to bits. You know, they've had it. These are all just worn out. There's not much record, not much tuning on them scratch things, is there? But you know, I don't know how good solid discs are on a KA. They're clearly designed for them. It's not a big horsepower car. Is it sufficient? Have you had a bit of brake fade maybe with this? I don't know. I don't know the setup on solid discs on a car these days. I don't think I've really seen them up front. So what did I do? Well, like I said, I went for the calipers for my breakers, and I came across an 09 car, nearly the same colour, but it had vented discs on. So I thought, oh great, I'll get the discs. I took the pads because they look reasonably new, the carrier and the caliper. Came back, put the disc on, it went on the on the hub, and the carrier and disc and the caliper, no chance. So the carrier didn't fit, or the caliper. I was a bit annoyed. I thought, oh no, I had to go back again then to the breakers and get the hub. And what I mean by the hub is this part. So the one that's on now is the new one. This is the original one for this KA, and it is totally different. The carrier bolts are a lot bigger on the one that I've got on the car now. They're all offset different. That's where your bottom pin goes, that's the same. Track rod end and your shocker bolts are all in the same place. That's your ABS sensor. If you have an ABS fault, make sure you put your bearing in the right way, because it's some the other way around. That magnet picks up on that bit there. The ABS sensor, that's the OE one. The one in this hub was still attached when I took it. I just plugged it in, and that plugs in there. So that's where you plug this in. It goes up and around the inner wheel arch. Now the drive shafts, I had to take them as well, because I couldn't get the hubs off because the nut my socket was too thick. You need the drive shafts as well. The drive shafts are 4 or 5 mil bigger now on the car than the standard ones, and that CV joint does not fit on the bigger shaft, because I've got one here to show you, look. So the internals are smaller, and it's, if you can tell on that thread, but it's definitely a lot smaller, so it doesn't work. So you need the drive shafts. So it wasn't a simple upgrade. If you could get the drive shafts in reasonable condition, your calipers and carrier and your hub, you're good to go. So that's how I've upgraded my brakes. Changed my track rod ends. We need to get it tracked up as well. They were a bit rusted up. Cleaned it all up, and it seems to be alright. I bled it up and everything, and it stops. We've got loads of little jobs to do on this car. It was for my daughter, but she's moved on to a different kind of car. She's gone and got a C2 to learning. This wasn't ready, and I think she was interested in something else. It's not a problem, we'll run around in this. So it was a front end car from Co-Parts. This cross member was tricky to find. So the headlights for these cars, The radiator was alright. Coming around this passenger side is probably why it was an insurance cat end. There's a little bit of a crease in that wing there. There's a mark, there's little marks on it all over. There's bound to be, it's an 09 car. I replaced this door. The eagle-eyed amongst us will say that wing and door's a different colour. But the door was only 30 quid complete. So I just lifted the door on and did it. I think there's a video on that a while back. I did it. There's a scratch on the rear quarter. We've got to sort that out. Just needs a bit of filling, a bit of pit, not much to do. There's a radio to fit. Excuse the mess, we need to tidy up. It's been sat, like I said. We've got these aftermarket radios to go in, so I could do a video on that as well. I just put some wires in to make sure it worked, but it's all to wire up and everything else. These wheels, so it had standard 14 Steelies on it. I had to have them fixed because some of the valves were damaged, and while I was getting the calipers the first time round, I saw these. I thought, great, 4x100 centres, let's take them and see if they fit on the KA. They fit on, they fill the arches. I reckon you could lower it as well if you wanted. So is that a good idea? Can you even get a lowering kit for a KA? I've got no idea. But that is probably how it sits, I think, just about there. So could probably get 20-30mm drop on it. Will it go under the arches? Probably, yeah. So we might be able to sort that. Maybe look at doing that. So like on with my vans, looked at Raptor paint. This paintwork's faded all over, and do we Raptor this KA? Could carbon wrap the bonnet and the roof and drop onto Raptoring the rest of it. I'm not really sure, so you have to let me know what you think. So it's just the car we're doing. In the meantime, we're doing the vans and stuff. It's not a bad little car. It's it'll do us a run around and stuff, so we'll have to see. The engine, there's a sore point in it. We're trying to get the ejector out. It's becoming a bit much in it, trying to get it out. There's a lot of stuff flying about. Whether we do the safest option, I've not done that. Take the chain off, take the head off, and find out how much it is to have the ejectors pulled that way, and inspect the head as well, see if I've damaged it. That'd be a good sign, because if it's a write-off, the head, then the engine will be used for spares for my silver van and that blue van. But then I'm left with two body shells. That white one had a massive electrical failure in that video, we never got sorted that, and now we've got a white van. It's a shame, it ran alright, but that's an empty shell in it with some wiring in it now. Got two good gearboxes kicking around. So yeah, what do we do? I don't know. Should we make a trailer? Should we make some van trailers? Come up with some idea how to make a trailer for it. Kit it out. I don't know. Do you want me to do that? I'll do whatever. We'll have a go out. It gets rid of the shells, doesn't it? And I suppose it'll maybe work as well. So that's an option. So there we go. So if you just come across this video, great, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to follow this KA, the vans and other stuff I find to put on YouTube on my channel, hit that subscribe button. And thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.